What's going on, guys? All right, it's getting juicy now. Chapter 11, the storm arrives. The storm arrives. So if you haven't already, go back. I've put out a video for each chapter, one a day, and of the Great Care Crisis, the book, the one that you may have not bought yet, that you need to buy. Support the cause. Share it with a friend. If you already read it, if you listen to it here, buy one and share it with someone else that you think should hear this message, because this message needs to spread across the U.S., the world. Everyone needs to know about Adult Day, what it is. Am I giving away the ending here? I don't know. Let's just dive into it. Chapter 11. Okay, the storm arrives. 1 year later, across the U.S. It didn't happen overnight. It built slowly, like a leak behind the walls, quiet, constant, easy to ignore, until everything collapsed. The first headline hit on a Thursday morning. Suncoast Nursing Group closes 12 facilities citing unmanageable costs. By Monday, 3 more chains followed. In just 8 weeks, over 200 nursing homes shuttered across the country. Families were given days, sometimes hours, to relocate their loved ones. Ambulances lined up outside closed buildings as exhausted staff cried on the sidewalks. Then came the home health implosion. Several agencies declared bankruptcy when Medicare Advantage plans slashed reimbursement rates, citing revenue corrections. Others followed as the final round of funding cuts hit medical supply companies and staffing agencies. Thousands of aides, already stretched to the brink, walked away from the field altogether. "We're not nurses, we're not therapists, we're not maids, we're human beings," one caregiver posted on social media, "and we can't take it anymore." The post was shared 60,000 times. Medicare Advantage collapsed next. For 2 decades, the model worked barely by relying on healthy 65-year-olds to offset the costs of those who needed care. But now, those healthy seniors were 85, diabetic, post-stroke, living with dementia. The math didn't add up anymore. Major insurers began exiting the market. Premiums soared, coverage shrank. People who had planned for retirement found themselves fighting for basic services. The ripple effects, they were immediate. Assisted living costs surged beyond reach. Home care became scarce. Families moved in together, 3 generations under one roof, squeezed by inflation and desperation. And with no one to help, millions of unpaid family caregivers quit their jobs, burned through savings, or left loved ones unsupervised as they just tried to survive. Hospitals were overwhelmed again, not by a virus this time, but by neglect, confusion, falls, and failed systems. The Great Care Crisis had arrived. But in the middle of it all, something different was happening. At a modest building in Sarasota, 40 people gathered at lunch for live music and chair yoga. At another in Fort Myers, caregivers lined up to hug the staff after a morning of respite. At Palm Grove, the phones never stopped ringing from families, hospitals, and even government agencies asking, "How are you still standing?" And Jessica answered, as she always did, "Because we never tried to do anything, or we never tried to do everything. We just focused on what mattered most: joy, connection, and showing up when no one else could." Whew! Chapter 11. Wow. There's so much truth in chapter 11. And I pray to God that we never get to a place where some of these things happen. But it's inevitable at this point. If you just look at where we're at, as a country, and you look at, Medicare Advantage plans and nursing homes and regulations and Medicare budget cuts and Medicaid budget cuts. I mean, this is inevitable. Like we are headed to this place. You can't cut all of these services, the funding, the backing, the things that are like keeping these services a little. You can't cut these things when you have this massive population that's aging and is going to need more services than the resources we have today. Like we have DME companies, nursing homes, all these different things that are going out of business. Like there's too much regulation. Reimbursement rates are so small. Margins are so razor thin that one little change, even a 5% cut in some sort of reimbursement, could completely eliminate an industry that's been around for 20, 30, 40, 50 years that was helping to support the aging population. Like, the Great Care Crisis is upon us. We are in the midst of it as we speak. The realization of these problems has not necessarily taken effect in every area of the long-term care system, but we are on the precipice of a very, very difficult, strange, like a time that we've never experienced before. We don't know what's going to happen. But if things continue down the path that they've been going, like we're going to be in a world of hurt where the families, our family caregivers, are going to be the ones who literally save the day. Like they're going to be the ones, like every single person who's caring for a loved one is going to be up to that family caregiver to provide the resources, support, care that's going to be needed to take care of our aging population. And like, quite frankly, the resources just don't exist. The funding does not exist. Like, we need more support. We need thought leaders changing the way the system has been built because it's not sustainable. We can't continue to care for people the way we have. Something has to change. So I guess that leads me to chapter 12. So join me on the next video to find out what happens after the storm had arrived. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Get a copy of the book, The Great Care Crisis, and we'll see you tomorrow.